Get ready to have your mind blown, because today we're diving into true survival stories that are so unbelievable you'll question if they actually happened. From being stranded in the wilderness to encountering unbelievable disasters, these stories are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Our first story takes us to the unforgiving canyons of Utah, where climber Aaron Ralston found himself in a desperate fight for his life. Picture this. You're navigating a narrow slot canyon when suddenly a boulder shifts, pinning your arm against the rock. For Aaron, this was his terrifying reality. Days turned into nights as Aaron rationed his meager supplies, the crushing pain in his arm a constant reminder of his dire situation. With a determination fueled by desperation, he made the unimaginable decision to use his only tool, a dull pocket knife, to perform an amputation on himself. Aaron's story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the extraordinary lengths we'll go to for survival. Imagine being 17 years old, thousands of feet in the air, when suddenly your world is ripped apart as your plane is engulfed in a fiery explosion. This was the horrifying reality for Julianne Köpke, a young girl with dreams and aspirations. Strapped to her seat, she plummeted from the sky, the rainforest below rushing towards her at an alarming speed. The wind roared in her ears as she descended. Injured and alone, she found herself surrounded by the unforgiving Amazon rainforest, a vast and dangerous wilderness. Guided by the memory of her father, a biologist who had taught her valuable survival skills, Julianne followed a stream, hoping it would lead her to civilization. She knew that water could be her lifeline. After 10 grueling days, battling hunger, injuries, and the elements, she stumbled upon a group of local fishermen who miraculously recognized her from news reports of the plane crash. Julianne's story is a testament to the power of luck, resilience, and the unbreakable human spirit. Her incredible journey of survival continues to inspire many around the world. High atop the world, on the slopes of Mount Everest, Joe Simpson found himself locked in a desperate battle for survival. After a horrific fall during his descent, Joe was left with a shattered leg, stranded on the unforgiving mountain with his climbing partner, Simon Yates. For hours, Simon bravely lowered Joe down the treacherous ice face, their lifeline a thin rope connecting them in the vast emptiness. But as darkness descended and the storm raged around them, disaster struck again. Joe was accidentally lowered over an ice cliff, leaving him dangling helplessly in the abyss. With the weight of both their lives hanging in the balance, Simon was forced to make an impossible decision: cut the rope and save himself, or risk losing both their lives. Imagine finding yourself alone, adrift on a tiny raft in the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. This was the terrifying reality for Stephen Callahan, a seasoned sailor whose solo voyage took a terrifying turn when his sailboat was struck by a whale, sinking his vessel and leaving him stranded with limited supplies. Stephen faced relentless storms, scorching sun, and the constant threat of sharks circling his fragile raft. He devised ingenious ways to collect rainwater, catch fish with makeshift hooks, and even harvested barnacles from the bottom of his raft. And then, after 76 grueling days lost at sea, a faint light on the horizon. A fishing boat drawn to his small beacon of hope pulled Stephen from the ocean, his body ravaged but his spirit unbroken. In the unforgiving, frozen wilderness of the Himalayas, where temperatures can plummet to deadly lows and the air is thin and biting, Beck Weathers found himself caught in a deadly blizzard during his attempt to summit Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world. Blinded by the relentless snow and suffering from severe frostbite that gnawed at his extremities, Beck was left for dead by his fellow climbers who believed he wouldn't survive the night in such brutal conditions. Driven by an indomitable will to live and an overwhelming desire to see his family again, to hold them close and tell them he loved them, Beck summoned a surge of strength he didn't know he possessed, a strength born from the deepest recesses of his soul. He stumbled through the blinding snow, guided by the faintest glimmer of hope, a hope that flickered like a distant star in the night sky, his frozen limbs screaming in protest with every agonizing step. He battled hallucinations, exhaustion, and the overwhelming urge to simply lie down and let the cold take him, to end the suffering. And then, against all odds, defying the very limits of human endurance, he stumbled into camp, a miracle of human resilience and sheer willpower. Beck's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be broken, and the incredible strength we can find within ourselves when faced with insurmountable challenges, proving that, sometimes, the will to live can conquer even the most formidable of obstacles. In the annals of maritime history, Poon Lim's story stands as a testament to the limits of human endurance and the indomitable human spirit. A Chinese seaman aboard a British merchant ship during World War II, Poon's life was forever altered when his vessel was torpedoed by a German U-boat, leaving him the sole survivor adrift on a small wooden raft in the vast, unforgiving ocean. Poon faced unimaginable loneliness, battling dehydration, starvation, and the crushing despair of being lost at sea with no rescue in sight. He caught fish with a nail fashioned into a hook, demonstrating remarkable resourcefulness, collected rainwater in a canvas tarp to stave off dehydration, and even kept his mind sharp by reading and rereading a small book he salvaged from the wreckage, a lifeline to sanity in the endless expanse of the ocean. For 133 grueling days, Poon Lim survived on his raft, breaking the world record for the longest time a human had ever survived adrift at sea, a feat that remains unparalleled. His story is a testament to the power of human ingenuity, resilience, and the will to survive against all odds, and the extraordinary lengths our bodies and minds can go to when driven by the primal instinct to live, to endure, and to overcome. Imagine finding yourself lost and alone in one of the harshest environments on Earth. This was the terrifying reality for Mauro Prosperi, an Italian police officer and marathon runner who took a wrong turn during a grueling ultramarathon across the Sahara Desert. Disoriented and dehydrated, Mauro found himself separated from the other runners, the vast expanse of sand dunes stretching out before him. He drank his own urine to survive, ate insects for sustenance, and sought shelter from the blistering sun in the meager shade of rocks. But Mauro refused to succumb to despair. And then, after 9 grueling days, a flicker of hope on the horizon. A small group of nomads, drawn to his faint cries for help, discovered Mauro lying delirious but alive. In the dense, unforgiving jungles of Vietnam, Annette Herfkens lived through a nightmare when the plane she was on crashed into a mountainside, claiming the lives of everyone on board except her. Annette, strapped into her seat, survived the impact, only to find herself surrounded by the wreckage. For 8 agonizing days, Annette clung to life, caring for her injured fiancé, tending to his wounds and comforting him in his final moments. And then, after what felt like an eternity, the sound of helicopters broke through the jungle canopy. Annette's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the long, arduous journey of healing and recovery after experiencing unimaginable trauma. Imagine being trapped 100 feet below the surface of the ocean, the cold, dark water pressing in around you, your air supply dwindling with each passing moment. This was the terrifying reality for Harrison O'Keefe, a cook on a tugboat that capsized and sank off the coast of Nigeria. He managed to find his way to an air pocket, a tiny space where he clung to life, surrounded by the bodies of his crewmates. For 3 agonizing days, Harrison waited, praying for a miracle. And then a sound, faint at first, then growing louder. Divers searching the wreckage heard Harrison's tapping. They cut through the hull, pulling him from his watery tomb, his body weakened, but his spirit unbroken. Roy Sullivan wasn't your average park ranger. He had a unique and, some might say, unfortunate relationship with the forces of nature. Roy holds the Guinness World Record for being struck by lightning. Not once, not twice, but a staggering 7 times. Imagine the searing pain, the blinding flash, the feeling of your body being used as a conduit for thousands of volts of electricity. Each time he survived, his body bearing the scars, his spirit remaining unbroken. Roy's story is a testament to the unpredictable nature of life and the resilience of the human spirit. Wow, can you believe those stories? Huge shout out to the incredible people who shared their stories with us today. If you were as amazed by these incredible tales of survival as I was, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible content. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Next time, we're diving into the world of mysterious disappearances. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.